So ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the day, we have Team QX2, that's going to be over in the blue, versus Team Feed University, which is going to be in the red. First map is going to be Blizzard World. A lot of people are wondering, why don't they actually just make this a real place in the real world? You know, Blizzard, roller coasters, theme parks, everybody wins. Gotta love it. Oh man! But again, this map is a hybrid map. The first challenge of the attacking team coming out of the tavern is going to be to find that first point to capture it. Then they're going to get a payload. The payload is going to be then moving forward to the next 2 points, getting a point when they reach the next checkpoint, and then getting extra time to continue moving through the entire stage. They'll then swap, and then they'll go back and they'll then do attack and defense swapped and see who can get farther than the other team. Hooray! Francis, happy Tuesday. What we are going to have on attack first is going to be Team Feed University. We got Impulse and Vez on DPS, both going with the dive version of their attack picks they have. They're going to have Tracer, they're going to have Genji. Very good at flanking, very good at surviving themselves, and they're going to have both D.Va and Winston to dive with them. That means that Turtle's going to be kind of undefended, because he is a Zenyatta. He's not going to have a lot of mobility. So hopefully they're going to have one of the tanks actually focus on keeping Zenyatta alive. Make sure I have it in first person. Hooray! Hooray!
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
I'm going to be interested if they stay together or not.
I'm taking care of you.
They are moving as a unit. I like to see that. It looks like the defending team, Team QX2, is going to be taking this point over here on the right and defending from the one corner. Got Farah up in the air. We got and on the defense. Should have gone through that. We got Farah and Junkrat, both explosive damage dealers. Not necessarily needing to do hit scans, but they are doing a lot of good damage and sense. Winston jumps in, gets in the back. They focus Winston as he's about to fall down. Captura somehow still alive. Good healing on the part by the attacking team. They are on the point. Junkrat going to try and get behind him on the flank. Kaz doing some work up in the air. They have no answer for Farah, so Farah is just taking free reins of the skies. Junkrat and Farah able to stay alive. It is just the two damage dealers from defense. We got D.Va and Mercy trying to keep it alive. I think Mercy and D.Va is going to win this fight if nobody else can come help them out. If Farah is going to correctly jump out and not make sure that he doesn't die, but they will have enough time, hopefully, to get another defense going. They have 2 ticks. They're going to the third one. Oh, Farah goes down. I'm not so great with the shot calling when I'm tired. D.Va Bomb comes out by Deathblade, catching both Mercy and Orisa, meaning that the defending team's not going to have much to defend with anymore. So Team Feed University is going to get that first point. Again, the payload's going to come out of here, and they're going to start moving forward through the rest of the map. Second part of the map, we have a gigantic tank, a lot of high ground. You're going to see some Widows and Snipers be up here on this kind of walkway, this catwalk, with a fantastic pylon. Build more pylons. Impulse correctly switching off the Tracer to try and deal with this Farah by going to a Widow, but they're going to keep everyone else where they are. Good healing by person and team, sure. Uncontested push by Turtle, just saying, hey, I'm going to turtle on the payload and push while you guys have fun up here on the top. But there is a fantastic battle here. Monkey dives in looking for, trying to get the Genji and trying to get the Mercy. The tank is being the focal point of the fights right now. A lot of high ground, a lot of dives back and forth. Genji diving on Frost, Frost finds purchase on Impulse. Impulse goes down. Turtle finding a way to kill Kaz. Princess does res Impulse to get the sniper back on-line. Looks like Pillsbury is trying to dive out and get to the back line to get able to get the healers and the tanks. Deathblade does do a D.Va Bomb, able to find purchase on Fatigue. Frost and Swiggy doing some work, finishing up D.Va. Vez playing some fun. Impulse getting some shots in, having the Discord, however, not able to find any purchase with the defending team. Defender's still staying with the dive tanks and kind of a dive composition. They're going to be trying to swarm the attacking team, and they're going to make sure they have as much high ground as they possibly can. Widow trying to flanking, at least getting a few, trying to get some good shots. There's 3 ults waiting on the attacking team. We have Blade, we have Transcendence, and we have the Mercy ult. We got Team QX2 able to get both the Impulse and the Captura, so it looks like the attacking team's going to need to back out here It is 4 on 6, but they're still moving forward. They need to back up. Frost making it even worse. It is now 3 on 6. Feed University needs to back up and regroup. Switching to Captura, getting off to a new hero, getting onto the Reinhardt. That'll help him move forward and actually have the shield. Shield very good against an attacking Widow, or a Widow on the other team. Stay behind the shield. However, they are very divey. I don't know about the Reinhardt pick. I want to see something maybe a little that can deal a lot more with the flanking characters that they had on the defending team, which is again going to be, there goes KO Ken. Blade trying to find McCree, able to fly him through, go next to his Reinhardt to fall to his Blade. Oh man. Anytime you can get more than one person with Genji's ult, you've won. What you got? You got nothing. Attacking team needs to figure out what they're doing wrong against this defending team. The defending team, again, has a very swarmy type mentality. They have both the Pillsbury on the Winston, Infinity on the Diva, both of them with their ults. We also have a defensive ult with Transcendence, so they'll be able to keep everyone up alive for a good while. Reinhardt's going to be moving forward. Captura just kind of pushing the payload up just a little bit, seeing if you notice. And just like that, you see the strength of this QX squared team with a very divey mentality. All they have to do is call out who they're going to dive on. They'll all dive on them. Everything happens at once so quickly that the attacking team's not able to respond. Diva Bomb finds Mercy and Genji. That's going to be the Deathblade is able to open up a possibility. There's the defensive nerf. Diva Bomb finds no purchase, but they need to capitalize on this 2-kill with the Mercy gone. Move over and start getting some push on the payload. Diva pushing up, Deathblade and Vez moving up very closely. Hopefully they'll be able to get some kind of purchase. Vez goes down to the monkey. Infinity, of course, taking the Diva out of his mech. Pillsbury again actually finding purchase on the Mercy, and Impulse finding 3 with that. Both the Diva, Tracer, and Zen goes down to a fantastic shot through the heart with McCree's, what is it called? McCree is High Noon. No, it's not High Noon. I know he says High Noon. McCree shot him in the face, but still able to hold a fantastic defense, and with 5 of their ults intact. They see no reason to switch their comp right now because, again, they are able to call out somebody, attack them, and win. Pillsbury doing a fantastic job of keeping everyone away where they need to stay. Winston, of course, the fun tank that gets to go back and forth. Oh, we got a KO Ken coming out from Frost. Frost is then shut down immediately by Impulse from the punch to the face. Pillsbury's holding on to this Primal Rage. He needed to use it. But that does solidify the kill on Zenyatta. Vez being tanked or pocketed by Mercy. It is just Pillsbury right now. He's going to need to back out and collect with the rest of his team. Vez finding purchase on both the Mercy and the Diva. Kaz able to finish it off Genji as he puts his blade away, because he's vulnerable when Genji puts his blade up, and when he's putting it away, he is very vulnerable. He is not able to do much of anything, deflect or otherwise. And they finally find a way to punch a hole in this defense and push forward to just next to the point. They need to cap this. They are in overtime. They cannot get off the point. Both Zens put out their Transcendence. Impulse find purchases with the defending Mercy. That is a possible way to make this work. Oh, nerfing coming out. Lands and finds Turtle and everyone scattered to make sure they didn't get blown up by the Diva Bomb, which is a fantastic way to use it. You don't necessarily always have to kill somebody with a Diva Bomb. It's nice, but if you don't, then you clear everyone away because they don't want to die. So Team QXC able to do a fantastic defense against the Feed University. They're now going to switch sides and move on to the next and do it again. It's harder to do exactly how they do it in comp with seeing that point of where they are and they need to get to it or past it to win. So it's just a custom game. They're going to try and, again, capture the point, get the payload, and they're going to need to push it, basically get to the second point. If they can get to the second point, then they win. And we won't be able to see what the third point looks like, so we'll go ahead and go in here. The payload will go through here on the rails, on the tracks, through kind of the haunted house, and into the last point. I love this map. a little more than usual. Of the newer maps that they put out by Blizzard, this is one of the newer ones. The one that they put out that I like even more than this that's new is Rialto. Rialto has, to me, a lot of fun angles, a lot of ways to knock people off the map for an instant kill. Falling. Now we're gonna see if Team QX2, which is now red, the red team, is going to be trying to keep him with their same kind of composition they had on defense, which to me is still interesting that it works so well. A defensive comp of dive. You just swarmed who you wanted to swarm and they died. Perfect. Hot Garbage giving some ideas. Feed University last time, they needed to change a little bit more, and they needed to be able to react to the swarm. Because what the defending team was able to do was they were able to swarm on people that were out by themselves. They didn't necessarily swarm the main force of the attacking team. They swarmed the people that were alone, and they went down like a rock. But here on the defending team, they're going to have an Orisa and Hog. Great combo. The Orisa can shoot a halt, pull people towards them, and Hog can then hook whoever gets pulled together. Also in defense, we're going to have a Mercy Zenyatta. Pretty standard, what you're going to see in a lot of higher-end games. Mercy is a fantastic healer, and that res is just too much not to have right now. Zenyatta, a great counter to most other ults that the other team's going to be able to throw their way. They're going to have, for damage, they're going to have McCree, Impulse on McCree. They're going to have Vez on Hanzo. Team QX2. Pillsbury jumps in. And immediately gets destroyed. Now, I can understand why he did that, but it didn't work too well out for him. A lot of kills going out on either's team. They are getting some... They're on the payload just by a little bit. They were able to clear that out pretty well. Oh, I would love it if if I had somebody else on here who could help me find all the little things that I don't notice. But I like analyzing. So what I believe that could have helped the attacking team do even better is Pillsbury dived, and although it was coordinated, he dived out of line of sight of his healers. He dived from the side where they were all hidden here on this corner onto the point in the middle of all of them. That's what Monkey does. Monkey does do a good job of dispersing and diving to the back line. However, their healers, the Zenyatta orb is going to fall off if there's no line of sight. Mercy wasn't able to dive up and help, so he fell like a rock. The defending team was able to turn around and answer him very well. Pillsbury jumping up. We got a blade goes out and finds Impulse down. It's Infinity. Infinity going on with his blade, finding Turtle as well. He has 15 health, 5 health! And they somehow let him live. Amazing. But double kill from the blade that time. They are slowly pushing the payload by Zenyatta doing his due diligence of just, I'm going to stay by the payload with my 0 mobility and be fine. They need to drop down and get on this payload. Brigitte, an excellent counter to Genji. But Frost finding Diva's both mech and herself, so able to push her down into the ground. Infinity takes the punk out, Princess. Vez finds Frost. Infinity finds Captura, and they're just pushing. And it doesn't look like there's going to be anyone really contesting. No, Impulse, you need to get on the point. Impulse, you need to get to the point. They're going to be their last defense. But Infinity finds purchase on both Vez up sniping and Impulse through a dash. Here comes the monkey. Pillsbury, what are you going to do? And that's going to be it. QX2. Excellent defense. Able to find more holes to do on attack. Feed University unable to put up quite the defense that QX2 was able to do. They had a slightly different, more reasonable comp at the beginning. They had both Orisa and Roadhog. Again, great combos, but they weren't able to put that together. And that's an interesting question. I'm curious what the SRs of both teams are, but again, this is kind of both sides. Everyone in here is going to be high gold, plat to diamond. And they are going to see if they can't just win the point hold all the way, but QX2 has already won this point. won this map. Odd Garbage making another comment that they are scattering too much, allowing for them to pick off stragglers. Well done, well done. And I feel funky with me. Defending team, of course, again, on this point, that is not going to matter to the match because they've already won. They do have 4 defending ults. Both tanks have their ults. They have both, and both supports have their ults. Genji, Infinity trying to flank. Find some purchase. Double flanks. Wow, Deathblade able to eat the Tracer ult, making sure Turtle stays alive. Well done. Nerf comes out. Finds Pillsbury in the middle of nowhere. We have a Eugene KO Ken from Infinity again. Finding some slashes, doing some damage, not solidifying necessarily any kills except for Vez, but that's more than enough. Just somebody finding if Genji does his ult, you run away. But still very brave of him because Impulse is on the Brigitte. And Brigitte can stun, swipe, punch him in the face, and he dies. A much better defense by Feed University here on this last point. They did have to use both support ults, and you usually want to have those spaced out. Especially with Transcendence being a huge heal. They reworked Mercy's ult to be kind of a spread out heal as well, so both very good at healing multiple people at once. On the attacking team ult, we don't have any attacking ults because they used them all last round, but Vez finds Frost in the Hanzo vs. Hanzo wars. Impulse able to take out Infinity. Fatigue does get up Frost again on the Hanzo, hoping to help with the kills. Deathblade finding both Pillsbury in the air before he even lands. And Kaz able to kill Captura, so both monkeys go down. We got a res back on Captura. I don't know if he needed to use that res. Spawn is literally right here, and everyone had to reset. And that's might be my own personal opinion from when it comes to Mercies and when to res. And it is 30-second cooldown. It's not that long, especially if you're waiting right now. But you still got 15 seconds right now. If the enemy Widow, if Kaz is able to get some picks, she needs to have it up so you can get him back in the fight immediately. Turtle finding the monkey in the air, able to push him down and push him back again. Kaz finds Captura, both monkeys down. Vez winning the Hanzo fight again. Thanks to that fantastic. I like sniper fights. They're wonderful. Frost throws out the dragons, or the wolves as it is now. Vez finding both healers on the attacking team. They will not be able to push with that. Vez doing some work here. Well done. Doing some great scatter, getting some fantastic headshots. And he still has dragons. He's sitting on them. Defending team, of course, again having 4 ults, soon to be 5 with the Zenyatta trans. Both tanks are going to be able to do some damage. Death has a nuke waiting to go. The attacking team does. Infinity does have Blade again. Pillsbury can go Primal Rage, and Squiggy can, of course, transcend to keep everyone alive. We've got some flankers going here on the left. I want to stay and watch this Hanzo play. One shot on the Mercy, one more shot on the Mercy will kill her. Mercy goes down. Eugene Nokeo Ken comes out from Infinity. Infinity finding some purchase on Impulse. If you can even follow that, that's amazing. Because that's just a bunch of crazy Genji 180s swipe dash. The attacking team now will have Monkey and Zen with their ults. Vez winning the Hanzo fight again. Fatigue gonna have to use her res to bring him back up. Infinity trying to knock both these tanks off the top. They succeed in doing so. Pillsbury able to finish off Captura. There goes the dragon by Vez, countered by the Transcendence of Zenyatta. Wolves go out. Are they going to find any purchase? They're finally able to push here. They're getting a hole in the armor. Defending ults, we have an angry monkey that can still go out. Vez is getting quickly close to his ult again. They need to contest. There goes the Diva Bomb. Diva Bomb's going to find somebody. Finds Pillsbury. Pillsbury goes down. Diva Bomb from the attacking team comes out, finding Impulse in the air. Frost finding Vez, finally getting some payback. Well done. Finally able to punch a hole in that armor that was the defending team. That last part is, of course, very difficult to defend. But still, first fight, first win goes to QX2.